The Bitcoin market makers are pulling the exact same move over and over again, but this is what it really means for Bitcoin. Every single time is Bitcoin compressing towards an edge point and breaking out, increasing the price massively. And right now we are seeing the exact same thing happening on Bitcoin, and we are bouncing from off support right now, and a breakout here could lead for a 130k Bitcoin into the future. Right now it looks like Bitcoin is bottoming out with a bullish divergence and also a swipe towards the downside, and this is my next move on Bitcoin right now. The USDT dominance is at major resistance, and this is huge for the whole crypto market because this is the money rotation pair. We will dive into all these charts, but first of all, please make sure to follow me over on X to never miss daily updates throughout the day on crypto, and please make sure to like this daily update video, subscribe over on my YouTube channel if you love those daily update videos, and let's dive right away into the chart for now, because this chart is actually amazing. Everyone is talking about this chart, but on a bearish ray. But in this bull market, we have seen that cross over and over again. But it is not what you think, because everyone was screaming that cross, bear market right over here, also right over here. And right now we are hearing the exact same things. But if we look at history, every single time we got the dead cross, Bitcoin consolidated and pumped further towards the upside. Dead cross, Bitcoin consolidated and pumped further towards the upside. Right now we are seeing that dead cross once again. So what does this mean? Will we consolidate here and pump further towards the upside? These lines, and it is something really important to know, these lines are familiar by all the traders. It is an indicator that every investor uses. They say, if we got a dead cross on a daily time frame, I'm gonna sell all my crypto. How easy is it for the market maker to just pull this dead cross move to buy every single Bitcoin that retail is selling because of this indicator and then pump the price towards the upside? If you sought your dead cross right here, you would be missing out of this massive move towards the upside. Exactly over here, if you sought, you literally sought your Bitcoin towards institutions, and that is exactly what is happening right now. So don't get fooled by this dead cross, because it is not different than other times we saw the dead cross happening. Of course, if we are dropping further towards the downside and not consolidate on this dead cross, then it is something to keep in mind that we maybe see too much sell pressure to see that golden cross happening. But I think literally in a month we will see that golden cross happening once again, and I am expecting it right now in this video when the dead cross is happening, that we will probably see a golden cross in the upcoming weeks and months, and everyone is bullish then again. But right now everyone is bearish of that dead cross, but history tells us that that is the exact moment when Bitcoin pumps and started his next leg towards the upside. So even, it sounds weird, but this dead cross is literally bullish for Bitcoin. Then also, if we look at this time frame here, we can see that Bitcoin lost compressing and then break out towards the upside. We have seen that many times before, like right over here in 2023. We were compressing, broke towards the upside, Bitcoin surged literally a 70% towards the upside. Here in 2024, Bitcoin compresses, we broke out towards the upside, 70%. Also here, Bitcoin compresses towards a point, take everyone out of the market, and Bitcoin breaks out approximately 50%. Right now, Bitcoin is doing the exact same move as we have seen before, and everyone on the lower side here was bearish on Bitcoin, but also with this chart, everyone who sold at the bottom was bearish at the bottom, missed out on the real move towards the upside, and that is exactly unfolding right now. We are at the lower side of this support. We are towards an edge point of this compression, and what does this mean? That literally before 10 December, we will see a breakout for Bitcoin, which will be massive. And I think we can easily see a 130 towards 140k Bitcoin if we see this compression breaking out. This is also trade the charts on what you see, not what your emotions tell you. Because if you see this pattern, it is very easy. Just look at the history and we will see that every single time we saw this pattern, we broke out towards the upside and we saw a massive increasement in price. Why would this time be different for Bitcoin? Also, if we look at the lower side, we can see that lower time frame, we can see that price made a lower low. That is not a really good thing, but what we have seen is that we swiped our low towards the downside, which is a good sign. That is what markets and bottoms want. Just take everyone out. There were people longing from off this level. If price pumped towards the upside from here, people were in a massive profit. But now we swiped them out, took them out of the market, and that is exactly what you want to be seeing in a bottom. Take everyone out and then start the next leg towards the upside. We also saw a bullish divergence, so we made a lower low on the price and a higher low on the RSI, which is a huge sign in a bottom. That is exactly what you want to be seeing here in a bottom, to see some bullish momentum happening. But of course, price is still going down here. And there is one major and important thing, is we need to break this drop-off point that brought us towards a new lower low. And that is the red box. And I can say, if we break this red box towards the upside, perfectly retest it, that is your chance to get into the market for a really nice trade here. That is exactly what I am doing. If we break out towards the upside, you can easily trade this towards the $103,000 for Bitcoin, which is a price increasement of 7%, which is huge, and I'm calling it live. But one thing is very important, we need to see a break out of this red zone. If we keep rejecting it, it is a bearish sign, but we need to see a clear breakout, clear retest, and that is when I'm posting my trade here. Also, if I'm entering this trade, I will be sharing it right over on my X page, so please follow me there. You will literally miss free alpha if you're not doing it. You can also join my free Telegram link in the bio, and if you want to trade those positions by yourself, please make sure to sign up on WeX through the link in the description. You will have the best trading circumstances if these trading setups are coming for Bitcoin, and you will make major gains on WeX here. Then if we look at some on-chain data, we still can see, and I've talked about this a lot lately, but it is so important because we literally can see that Bitcoin, the exchange reserves, remain at an all-time low, and price is going down and dipped towards the $94,000, which is massive. And this is a sign that even if Bitcoin goes to $1,000, even then the sell pressure is still low on Bitcoin. That means that the supply is vanishing, and even if we drop, the supply is going down and not everyone is selling, and that's exactly what you want to be seeing on Bitcoin, because that will cause for a massive supply shock on Bitcoin. And this is so bullish. And this is why also in these drops you need to look at the data, look at your on-chain data. Because if you look at these charts, you will see that it isn't that bad. Of course, if we are pumping on the exchange reserves, that means that people are selling their crypto. But that isn't the case right now, which could tell us that this is a major move from the market makers to shake you out before the next leg. But also, if we look at the USDT dominance, we can see that every single time we tap this resistance on the top side here, the USDT dominance went down. What does that mean? That the stablecoins are flowing in crypto. So that means that people are buying altcoins, are buying Bitcoin, which calls for a price increasement on those assets. So this chart you want to see going down. Right now we are at resistance, perfectly tapping it and rejecting from it. So what does this mean? Every single time we saw this happening, that the USDT dominance goes down back to support here, and this is exactly the moment where you want to be scaling in your crypto for the best price. But this is also the moment that the most people are in fear, and if we can look at the past, we are rejecting this level every single time. So why is it different right now? And I'm expecting the USDT dominance to go down to support. And of course, if we hit support here, that's when I'm scaling out of my positions again. And that is where all the bulls are buying that are bearish right now. So please, make sure to make the right decisions here, because you are literally, if you sell your Bitcoin right now, you are literally selling towards all these charts. You are literally selling toward market makers, and that is something I want you to be very, very clear. And why I'm let you see this chart, because it isn't that bullish, bearish as all the people are talking about. But that was it for today's video. Please make sure to follow me over on X if you want to be updated about positions, about some alpha and news throughout the day. And of course, please make sure to subscribe over on my YouTube channel, like this daily update video if you love those updates, and then I will see you tomorrow by a brand new crypto daily update video.